Danny Mullen here, owner at Raw Fish Fitness in Detroit, Michigan. Before I came along with Gym Launch, I really we were open for about 6 years, a little over 6 years, and I really just struggled with how to really go about building the business with a good foundation. I'd always try to stack things on top of each other, or I'd run into issues where I'd try to, make up for, not having enough revenue per member that we need in order to, be profitable or be able to, execute the type of business that we want. And it led to, kind of being on a house of cards. Like, we were able to start creating revenue and things like that, but there was just no profit. There was no ability to really provide for my family, provide for my team, provide the resources for my clients. And it ran into like a hamster wheel where we just kept, spinning our wheels, trying to figure out, does this work, does that work? And until I signed up for Gym Launch in January of 2023, it helped me set the right foundation. And going through the process, working with my own coach, holding me accountable, and just implementing a system that has been proven. And that's my favorite thing about Gym Launch is they test things, they try things, and they find what is going to work and then bring it to us. And that was a game changer for me. Is, instead of being frustrated all the time and not knowing, what to do, when I had constraints in my business, Gym Launch really helped provided those solutions, provided the coaching, provided the accountability to help me take my gym and my business, to the next level. And, over the course of the last year and a half or so that I've been here, my revenue has increased and is more consistent, where I would have ebbs and flows in my revenue all the time, where now I have a consistent cash flow every month that I can count on, and I can do the things, that I want to. But the biggest change in numbers is not even so much my revenue, is more the profit. They taught me how to have a good foundational base of cash flow, and being able to, look at my numbers and what to tweak and how to make tweaks, and look at what does a good, well-run, profitable gym do and how do they do it, and implement that system and help me to do that. That now my profit is, I'm going on 20-30% every single month versus very little, if at all, every month, where I'm struggling to just, pay for payroll and find different opportunities to, just cover the expenses, the baseline. Where now we're having 20-30% profit every month, and that has just changed my life, changed the whole concept of the business, to where we can now, breathe a little bit. We can finally, hire the right people. We can attain, good talent and develop them, and just now we have all the resources to provide, the best possible, experience and results for our clients. Same thing with our team. We can now spend the time and focus on them and developing them and getting them what they need, which is going to directly translate into a better business, and then provide for me and my family everything that we need, everything that we've been trying to build for 7 years on our own. It is just giving us the resources and tools and the coaching to be able to do so. And, that has been the biggest game changer and life changer for me with joining Gym Launch, is having the foundational base built on a stronger foundation, having the cash flow now to be able to run the business that I need for me and my family and my team, and just giving us all the resources to, cut back our stress, knowing that we have the right things in place and we have the profit to play with. That it's taken a lot of burden off me, it's taken a lot of stress off me, and it's just giving me the foundational base so I can focus on the core things that are actually going to move the business forward, instead of, trying to play catch up and put out fires all the time. So I'm forever grateful for the resources and the skills that I've learned through Gym Launch, because I'm just such a better business owner now than I was a year and a half ago when I started, and I can't thank Gym Launch enough for that.